are back with the third installment of Purpose. And now we're not talking about that album by Justin Bieber. We're talking about Purpose. That was a good album, though.
I didn't listen to it. Sorry.
Ish. You know that song, Company? Can
Yes.
we? That's from that. That's a good album. It's a good album. All right, Eleanor. So now we've been chatting about all of this good stuff, you know, finding purpose in God. But sometimes, how do we get super practical with it? Like, because I speak to a lot of people in my life group and some kids in high school, and their biggest question is like, what do I need to do with my life? What do I need to study next year? These are all these big questions. And a lot of the time, we're trying to get this bigger picture from God. I don't know if you felt that because you matriculated last year.
And I was very confident I was going to go to school this year. And I was like, no, I'm going to go study economics and econometrics. But guess what? I'm going to go study something completely different because I was under so much pressure to plan my purpose and plan it in a way that I want. And I always used to ask myself, okay, how? Lord, how? Okay, you're saying, okay, I'm a chosen person, I'm your special possession, but how? How do I do that?
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Yeah.
That's so good. And I've completely forgotten what I wanted to say.
If I can just add on to what I was saying. I also was thinking of for me when I was younger and just being the special possession and whatnot, I remember that I needed to live based off what I was given. And, you know, people think your whole life is just an end goal, but your whole life is just a journey. It's like different parts of your life that make up God's bigger picture. So I had to remember that in my purpose, there were parts, there are parts. And, you know, with what's it called? I do NT kids and whatnot. That was the time I was like, okay, I'm given NT kids. That's part of my purpose. I'm given school. That's part of my purpose. These mini journeys.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Many journeys along the way.
Yeah.
So the question is, if God gave you the bigger picture, if God showed you everything you would have done in 40 years, I would not be able to handle it.
Nope.
Do you guys think you'd be able to handle it?
Not
I don't
at all.
know. So
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, because we asked for the bigger picture so many times. And if we actually got it, the first question is, would we need to trust God then if we knew how things were going to go? And secondly, would we be able to handle it? Because sometimes you might not be ready for what you're going to do in 10 years.
You won't
And it's like we were talking about the story of Jonah. Jonah who got swallowed by the big fish.
Because he was running away from his purpose.
Yeah, so Jonah was told by God to go to Nineveh and speak to them about God. And then Jonah was like, I don't know if I want to do that because I'm slightly racist towards these people, right? And the thing is that he knew that the end goal would be that they would all be forgiven. And in his heart, he had prejudice against them. So he was not at the place where he could actually do that. So then he ran away. And, you know, he got swallowed by the fish and then he got spat out again. And, you know, he had the second chance to go back and do it again. But I just begin to think now, if maybe like he was given a plan like step by step and slowly he had worked on like his heart and his feelings towards the people of Nineveh, I don't think he would have run away when God finally revealed it to him, right?
For him, like you were saying, he was struggling with prejudice and racism against those people. If his heart, like you said, if his heart was in the right place. So that means if God just puts like your purpose, like here, you're supposed to, let's say you're struggling with a relationship with your parent or your friend or whatnot, and your purpose is to help people who are struggling with relationship with their parents and whatnot, you're not going to be able to do it if you're still in that place where you're struggling with your own things.
Yeah.
So the Lord works on inside parts of your heart, and he works on the outside parts of it for his own bigger picture. So it's like I said, it's a mini journey to get to the destination, and it's also a working of inside. Yeah. So yeah.
No, so sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm listening to everything. Yeah. I'm just getting a Bible verse that I'm remembering right now, right? And it's just this question that I have is: are we prone to making plans without God? Because I made a bigger picture plan. I was like, I'm going for this job interview. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy this. And this is how I'm going to be in a year. And then I prayed. I was like, Lord, if this opportunity isn't from you, don't let it happen. Then I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
Then I was tired. I was frustrated. I was like, Lord, why? Lord, why? And then it hit me. I took a step back and I looked at what I was doing. And I was like, I made a bigger picture plan
without God.
I was like, what? And it's the concept of trusting God with the next step, right? So maybe we don't see the end goal, but we trust God with the next steps. Because if we look at David, what happened with David? He was anointed king. They were like, you're going to the palace.
But he didn't become a king
you
in the
have
moment.
people feeding you grapes. And what did he do immediately after?
He went back
to the sheep.
who is like a lesser person.
Yeah, he literally just walked every step of the way, and he trusted God with the next step. So that is the challenge I want to put out. So I know that there are tough questions and difficult questions, and we'll actually tackle that tomorrow about what we actually want to do. But I just want to encourage you guys to always trust God with the next steps and trust that He will take you to that end goal.
That's true.
See you tomorrow.